Hey Pepper Gang, the Marauders Red Baron is quite tough to defeat your first time, which is why I made this tips guide to help you defeat him as a solo, and how to set up your friends for the kill. Video will be broken into chapters below for quick reference if needed, and also quick reminder I live stream quite often, so if you haven't checked it out, the link is below. So let's start with basics and general advice. The Baron has a low spawn rate, so you have to be prepared to fight him with any kit, and possible players who are trying to do the same. His low spawn rate usually makes him the priority of the raid when he does spawn. I'm not sure if it's a coincidence, but I have seen the Baron the most often when he hovers around the spaceport map. If you don't see him right away, take some time to fly around the raid because his slender frame makes him easy to hide. Now when you do see him, tail him before engaging. He won't aggro on you if you have a long enough distance from him. I suggest you let him take out the other Marauder pods and ships that are trying to breach him while you follow him. This will make your eventual boarding attempt a lot easier. Just make sure another player doesn't beat you to the punch. So now onto the actual breaching part. Let's start with solo tips. You don't need to disable the Baron ship to board him. However, it makes life 10 times easier if you do. The best value ship is the Scout Frigate, and you can purchase rocket artillery as well. This combo will also make it easy to fend off other Marauder ships. One of the best combos out there for space combat. However, let's say you only have your rest bucket. I suggest you get into your pod and follow the boss with a very healthy distance. When you're ready for your move, breach from below his ship. I also suggest you boost when breaching, even though you lose more health on breach boost. The Baron is so accurate and he will aggro on the nearest object, so if you're too slow on the breach or he catches you in open space, GG's, he's gonna eliminate you very quickly. I suggest you use asteroids to your advantage for cover. He will still aggro on you even if there's an asteroid between you, and he'll shoot in that general direction, but use this to your advantage. You know where he is. At the end of the day, here is just a matter of timing your boost and hitting him from underneath. Now let's discuss breaching when you have a duo or more. All the breach advice about using cover, boosting, and such applies here as well, but in this case, one person is going to be bait with the rust bucket. Whoever's going to breach first, have them pod out safely away from the Baron once spotted, and both of you trail him. Once you feel comfortable to make your approach, have the pilot unleash hell on the Baron. As the Baron fires back and takes aggro on the rust bucket, the podders should use asteroid cover and boost in when going to the Baron from below. The rust bucket will be disabled by this point since the Baron doesn't miss, but at that point, your teammates should be inside. At this point, it's up to you, the pilot, whether you fix the ship and wait for your teammates, or attempt breaching as well. However, as long as the Baron is standing in the ship, even with people inside, like other AI ships, he will still shoot the pods. So that's breaching. Now onto the actual boss fight. The Red Baron moves very aggressively like a player, and he tanks to hang out by the cockpit. He can spawn in with his full armor or no helmet at times, which makes it a little bit easier, and he will have his special 45 ACP Mauser, which is very deadly at close range. So I suggest you try to poke him a few times from range down the long hallways on the ship. The best way to rotate on the ship is also to be using the underneath tunnel part that goes in front of the depot. I've been able to flank players that boarded and the Baron himself by going underneath instead of crossing through these long hallways. But at the end of the day, guys, this is where your aim comes into play. I have done my part in giving you the advice I can give you to get you this far. Trust in yourself and charge that motherfucker. Don't forget to check the depot for loot, and there is loot that spawns by the escape pods as well. Watch out for third parties, rats hiding in the dark parts of the ships before you fly away with your new ship as well. I hope this helps you guys get your first Baron kill. I appreciate you watching, thank you for subscribing, and check out this wholesome adventure I had in the penal colony. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.